What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another run here on American Truck Simulator. Back in the 389, and I'll talk more about that here in a minute. I do have a different skin on, and it's because of two things. One, I've been seeing this exact same truck, well, almost the exact same truck, every morning on my way to work. Now, I've kept some of my own personal touches on here with the LEDs on the mirrors and on the grill and whatnot. But this truck, as you see it, with the pipes and all black with the chrome, is exactly how I've been seeing it every morning. Now, the only other difference too with this trailer, I mean, it's the same trailer, but it's all black. It's not just with the aluminum frame on the outside and black on the center. It is all black except for the bottom. Really sexy looking custom truck. And I've mentioned a lot of the bull haulers are this way. A lot of grain haulers are this way too, so you will see farm trucks, fleet trucks, but some of these small farms, and as well as the owner-operator ones, they'll really put their money into upgrading these trucks. And in fact, right around the corner from where I live, one town over, there's a Kenworth T800 that is actually for sale. It's decked out, it's got some accessories on it, so grain haulers, another good area to see custom trucks. You've got your dump truck companies as well, the smaller ones. Those are real good for custom trucks, and of course your bull haulers too, your cattle haulers. So the other reason I have a different look on the truck here is because the skin is no longer available, unfortunately. That was a development that happened on Thursday, so I'll discuss that more as I go on here. Today I'm in Chevron here in Los Angeles, or Gallon Oil, and I am going up to Gallon Oil in Oakdale. Yeah, Oakdale. So one refinery to another, hauling some soybeans. So another essential part for making fuel. So actually this is one of those runs where hauling the grain trailer is actually going to make sense. So time for me to shut up. I'll pull out of here, and then I'll do some little footnotes on what has been going on. Alright, out of there. Truck is looking good. It's almost exactly, like I said, a replica of what I see. But I don't know if he's loaded or not. Today, loaded up with 48,000 pounds of soy. So, and I've been told, I wasn't sure before, but I was told that these grain trailers, it's not uncommon to have them be overweight. Which I can fully understand that. And it's just like the bull haulers. I don't think I've ever seen anyone parking there before like that. Usually they just drive right through. But bull haulers, cattle haulers, and grain trailers are normally, well, I guess I can't say normally, but it's not uncommon for them to be overweight. So, alright, time for the footnotes. Let's go in order here. AMT is now private, or secret, actually. They turned their Facebook group secret. They eliminated a lot of people. And so a lot of the mods that they are working on, or see, I went too far out in the intersection and numbnuts here decides to stop. So screw you, I'm going. A lot of their stuff is now going to stay private. I guess the cab over COE, whatever that's going to be, is still going to be public, but other items are going to remain private, and that's that. Not a really big loss. I don't remember much of their stuff being out there in the first place. Now, there are people who do not fly the AMT flag on everything they do. Pinga, for one. And oh, Mr. Audi Speed David, you almost became squished. I'm pretty sure they will still be releasing publicly, but I'm sure there's also some that they will probably keep private. It's just the way the state of affairs are right now. People want to blame the whole community for things when it's not really the whole community, it's just a handful of people. But, you know, it's easier to blame all than some. And it's easier to keep and hoard and be selfish about it and call everyone else poison and greedy. I think it's fair to say that the greed, selfishness, and poison is on both sides. But don't dare say that to anyone, because then they will damn near try to rip your head off. They are the ones that are insulted, because, after all, they are the victims. Anyway, so, shortly after that, Paulie decides to call it quits. He says in a statement that it's due to his new job and family. Okay, fine. Admirable. Understandable. Life gets in the way. Happens to all of us. And it helps if I have it in gear. Excuse me. So, some people, unfortunately, lose their minds. And to me, it was somewhat comical, hilarious to a point, and also pathetic to see people lose their minds like they did. I mean, obviously, I lost my truck here. And so, what did I do? I went to modland.net and downloaded a 2.0 version of this truck. Now, this is the Steam version because Paulie decided to put it back up on the workshop. Why? I don't know. Maybe he decided he changed his mind. But since I would assume, and I haven't talked to him personally, but from what I've heard through different sources, different channels that still have connections with groups and people that I don't anymore. Yes, it is true he is quitting, or at least stepping back, but he pulled his truck off the workshop in solidarity in support of AMT's choices to privatize all of their stuff. Okay, so because one group is throwing hissy fits and tantrums, you're going to take what is essentially the #1 mod on this game and just yank it off. Okay, fine. Yeah, and then other people were already commenting, well, someone else is picking up a 389 and they're going to do one too. So, shortly after that, Paulie has quit. So we've got AMT going private, Viper quitting, and now Paulie quitting. That's why you do not see his skin on my truck today. I will have another skin, I'm not worried about that. There are plenty of skinners to go through, to choose from. But he blames the community and the way they act as the reason why he's quitting, and he's tired of hearing about it. People asking and begging and just not happy with what they have. To a point, I agree. I get people who beg me for stuff every day. Can I have a copy of the game? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? You know, does it bother me? No. I find it sad, but no, it doesn't bother me. I knew going into this I was going to get that. And for a couple of people that were new to modding, they weren't ready for that, and they threw a temper tantrum and left, only to come back and be targeted and have their stuff taken off of Steam and re-uploaded on a third-party site. Yet another thing you would think you would have to expect. To think that no one is going to do that, no one is going to beg, or no one's going to take that mod and re-upload it elsewhere, which is something that has gone on for a long time from what I'm told, not just in this game, but in other games. To me, it's a little naive. It's a little naive for people to think that's not going to happen. Should it happen? No, probably not. If you didn't agree for anyone to upload anything anywhere else, then they shouldn't be doing it in the first place. But this is one person that's over in like Lithuania or whatever. And some people within the AMT group went as far as to get his web information. They know where he lives. They have their address. They know his phone number. They know pretty much almost everything about him. How they got it? Don't know. Kind of want to question the means of how they got it. And whoa, why are we at a brake check here? So is the other side. Dude, really? We're not moving. They're not moving. Did a rabbit go across the road? We all got a brake check, or are we just rubbernecking with what's over there? Oh well. Yeah. So crazy stuff, and it's caused me to lose some respect for people on both sides. Like I said, you have to expect it from people who use the mods, from fans, from followers, or just general people. But also on the modding side, I have lost respect for some people. Their actions, their knee-jerk gut check reactions. Oh, there we go. Squeeze in there. It didn't seem like there were any cooler heads prevailing. There was no voice of reason, and anytime someone tried to be that, they were attacked. The most insulting thing I find out of all of this, what happened, is this little blow-up on Thursday. Was everyone blanketed the entire fan and modding community. You know, you and I, basically, because we're a fan of mods. We were blanketed as beggars, greedy, and poison. And I tried making the point that, hey, the community is bigger than the couple hundred people you have in this forum. It's bigger than the 10 or 15 or so messages or friends requests you get every day. It's bigger than the 1,000 or 2,000 people that watch my videos, or the 4,000 or 5,000 that watch Full Tilts, or the 10 to 15,000 that watch Squirrel or Fabiano or whatever. It's a really big freaking community. Not everyone is on Facebook. Not everyone is on forums. But to blanket everyone with that and say, I'm done with this community, it's garbage, it's an insult to everyone else that's out there. It's an insult to me. It's an insult to many of you who are watching this. And for them to just act that way and treat everyone the same way, just because of a handful of people, I found it insulting, and I've lost respect for some of them. So, eventually cooler heads will prevail. People will calm down, things will go back to normal, and that's actually what was told to me. Things will go back to normal, and I said, well, what's the normal going to be? Is it the way it was, or is it going to be this new normal where everyone's fractured off into groups, and you really have to infiltrate these groups as a spy to get mods to see the day of public light? And he goes, no, it'll go back to where mods start coming out, and as soon as it happens again, then we'll see a repeat of this. So, it's unfortunate, but you know what? For every modder or skinner that calls it quits, that goes away, or even goes private, someone else takes their place. In the last 2 days alone, I have seen at least 4 people say that they have started modding, or say that they have really picked up on it. Same for skinning. So, for every modder out there that says my mods are now going to be private to me, myself, and I only, or to maybe to a select group of friends, like AMT VIP, because they're super special, then I guarantee you someone else will come out. And the audacity that really annoyed me with that group was, well, when all of our mods are private, then everyone's left with playing garbage mods, because there's nothing else that's good out there. Okay, first off, stop swinging from nut to nut, pick one, and then while you're swinging on their nuts, just reach around and take a good whiff of their asshole, because that's basically what you're doing right there. There are plenty of good mods. Plenty of them. So to sit there and say that we have all the good mods, everything else is garbage, is, well, frankly, retarded. But also for others to sit there and say, well, I pay for all my mods. Okay, you're a dumbass, but it's your money, do whatever the hell you want. You know, if someone wants to pay me for mods, that, you know, if I was a modder, I'd say, okay, okay, give me your money. It's shady, yes, but hey, if you're willing to give it up, I'll take your money. But I really don't see us going down that road, paying for mods. Then we're going to be no better than RTA, and seeing that it seems both, or the bulk of the community don't like RTA. I mean, what dumbass is going to pay the same price of what they pay for the game, if not more, just to buy one truck? So you paid $20, $15, whatever it was for the game, and then you're going to turn around and spend $25? Come on. So it's a video game. Really? We're playing mods that were free, that were ported over by someone else from ETS, World of Steel, or even FarmSim, made by someone else. So a lot of people can't take original credit, or we're making mods by taking parts off of other mods and putting them all into one. We're also using licensed, copyrighted, or trademarked equipment. Peterbilt, Kenworth, Eaton Fuller, Mack, and the list goes on. Are they getting anything for us using their brand name? No, they're not. Are they going to give a crap? Maybe eventually. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know, but this kind of thing has happened before, where a company stepped in and said, you will stop using our name. Granted, there's no way of them knowing who to go after. So maybe they'll sue SCS and tell them, hey, make it so no one can use mods in your game. You know, try that way to block anyone from using the Mack truck anymore. Who knows? But really the only people who can say they're original with their customs are skinners. Yeah, templates are a dime a dozen for many trucks, and you have to have those in order to skin, but you don't find too many skins that are basically a copy of others, unless the skinner actually put it out that way, where you got a midnight edition or whatever, with it's all black, or you got daylight where it's white. But that's really the original part of this game, to be quite honest. And so unless someone is recreating a mod with a 3D modeler, and I have seen a couple do that, nothing is really original. You're taking work from other people, and they don't always get credit. And you port it over to this game, and then you call it yours. Okay, that makes sense, yep. So, get mad when someone else takes it from one site, puts it up on another, because, yeah, well, we all know everyone goes to the same site for the mods, right? I'm talking about this way too much. But it's really gotten underneath my skin. It's really annoyed the hell out of me. Oh. Crap. I thought I was going to a refinery. Nope, I'm going to a gas station. I wish they would be a little more specific when they, your destination. That would be really helpful. But the game will go on. I'm sure we'll see another truck, a 379, come out, and that will be private. Eventually, we might even see the 389 disappear. So, just in case, it's always a good idea, after this has happened, to find it online somewhere, Modland or Modsat, and download it. Download the most recent version, just to be on the safe side. So, yep, I talked too much about it. I apologize, everyone. If I offend people, well, oh well. I know not everyone's going to be happy about what I say. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't hear much back about the last time I did a ranting video about certain groups or certain people, and we'll see what happens here. I frankly don't care, though. Someone's got to say it. And if they don't want to hear it, well, then they're not going to hear it. That's the funny thing about people like that. They will hear what they want to hear, see what they want to see, and read what they want to read. So everything else is just blah, 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 blah. When someone is so full of themselves, they have crap coming out their eyes and ears. Alright. At least I'm coming in from a direction where it's going to be easier for me to back this thing in. And now that I said that, it's going to take me like 8 tries to get this in here, so I just jinxed myself. Good job. So now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for a skin. I mean, even if I were offered to have a skin myself from... I wasn't. But even if I was offered a private skin that was not publicly available, or in that same goes for a mod, I would say no. So trust that whatever skin I end up using here is going to be available to the public. But right now, there's nothing custom about this skin. It's just straight up midnight black or whatever. It's as black you can get. Let them go by. Okay. But not worried, and no one, if anyone else is hearing what I'm saying here in this video, and you're starting to get a little worried or whatever, don't be. No need to be worried about anything. There are other trucks to drive. There are other trailers to use. There are other skinners to choose from. There will be replacements for those people. There will be replacements for those mods. It is not the end of the world. It is not the end of ATS. That was one thing I saw many people say. Oh, well, the game's over for me. I'm just going to have to delete it. Because one damn truck? Please tell me you are being facetious. But a lot of people weren't. They were dead serious. So if you are one of those people, and you haven't jumped off the bridge yet, calm the hell down. But I have learned not to go on Facebook for these groups. It is more drama than you need to have. So, I'll stick to my Facebook page. And that's it. But finally parked here. So, time to drop this thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And hopefully you tune in tomorrow for a Sunday test drive. I have to figure out now what I'm doing and how it's going to look. So, until tomorrow, thank you for watching. Take it easy.